So things we're going to need to make a Stinger Tall Burger: we're going to need a bun, we're going to need a Rosti, we're going to need to pané some chicken, make a spicy salsa, and a little bit of mayonnaise. So I've got the buns right here. I've made these with a white bread flour, some of our starter yeast, potted yogurt, and I'm just letting these prove. These are going to go in the oven now. The other thing we're going to need is a potato rosti. To make this potato rostis, half a small yellow onion, a bit of potato, that's enough to make a couple of rostis. We're going to fry that in the oil that we're going to use for the chicken, and then we need to take our chicken fillet and we need to pané it. And to pané chicken, we wash it in egg and milk wash. We then dab it into a kind of breadcrumb, but in this case we're going to put kind of Cajun spices and garlic powder and onion powder to make it taste like a KFC chicken. And then we're going to make a salsa using tomatoes and garlic and chili. And we'll make a homemade KFC style Stinger Tall Burger. For your chicken, you're going to need to pané. And pané is you dip your chicken in egg wash and you go into flour. You do it twice for this style of chicken. In your flour, so it's a little bit like the fish and chips batter that you use, mainly self-raising flour. You use a little bit of corn flour to give it a bit of crispiness, and then in this one we're going to add some seasonings. So I've taken a Cajun seasoning that we had, mixed a good spoonful in with the flour. We're now going to put a good pinch of a bit of sea salt, good pinch of pepper, and some garlic powder, something like that. Another good tip to put flavour into your chicken is put it into a brine, even the day before or the morning before you want to make this. So water, 3.5 or 2, between 2 and 3.5%. Salt, just to kind of tenderise and flavour the chicken a little bit. And I forgot what I'm on about. As part of our experiment, we've got a piece of chicken here that I marinated overnight in our shio koji. So that's the rice that the fungal rice that we grew over the last week. And we're now using this to tenderize this piece of chicken. So we're going to do a comparison side by side. We're going to do the brine, which is the traditional way of doing it, and we're going to use this one that we've used our koji rice to tenderize. See how they taste. To cook up your hash browns, so I've got the oils hot, onions and grated potato. Season that, some sea salt, a bit of pepper, and then just make sure your onions are like nice and evenly distributed, and just take a bunch of that, squash it up by hand. Squash it by hand, spatula, and then your rosti, add the oil. One for Bella, and the bigger one for me. Scratch that up. With all these things, if you like the one that you can buy as a mass-produced thing in the big chain, the one you're going to make at home with nice fresh onions and fresh potato and nice seasoning inside, it's going to blow it away. And that's going to take a few minutes. Like potato takes a little while to cook up. Just got to give that a couple of minutes to cook. First side, let it stick together, and then we'll turn it. Cook next side. For the next step, we need a little bit of egg wash. This is just one whole egg and about equal amount of milk. Beat that together. And once that's nicely combined, I'm going to start with our chicken in brine. I'm going to drop that into our dry mix. It's going to take up all that flour, give it a little tap so it hasn't got too much on. And then roll that in our egg wash. This is called a pané in French, when you egg wash and dip in crumb. And then that goes back in here. Make sure it's covered on all sides. Good covering to wash. And a little tap. You see how that nice breadcrumb? Straight in. So it's always dry first. Get a dry coating to stick to the chicken. That helps the egg wash stick to the next layer. That goes into your egg wash here. That goes back in the flour. Roll it around. Nice breadcrumb. Into your oil. Just keep doing that. Just remember, dry, wet, dry. That's what you're going to try and do. And use tongs if you can, because your hands will end up sticking, and if you can't do that, use a dry hand and a wet hand. But this is already cooking up quite nicely. What? Nice. Wind that down a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. It's going a bit too fast. Now. And it's the same thing if you want to make chicken nuggets or goujons, all that sort of stuff. Same thing. Same sort of pané. So once you know this technique, you can use this for all sorts of things. You can make, you can make like fish fingers, or chicken nuggets, or fish goujons, or any of these sort of things that you might normally go out for. It really is as simple as a bit of egg wash, or egg and milk wash, dry mix, and then a bit of hot oil. You drop it in there, and there's no reason why you can't do this at home. So I'm just going to brown it nicely, and then I'm going to put it in this tray, and we're going to pop it in the oven and just finish it in there. Final thing for our burger, apart from the mayonnaise, is spicy salsa. So I've got two tomatoes here that I've de-seeded and chopped up, and then I'm going to go with a garlic clove, same with the chilli, and just mash that up. Say we love garlic, so we don't mind to cut the chunks. If you want, you can cover that with salt and rub it, and you can grind it to a paste, but we're not too worried. There's garlic, chilli, tomatoes, a little bit of coriander, ground coriander, and that will do as our tomato salsa. Everything's in the oven now, so we've crisped all of our bits of chicken in oil. We've left them in the oven about 160 just to give them about 10 minutes just to finish cooking to the centre. You can fry them, deep fry them the whole time if you like, but I like to crisp them and then finish in the oven, just a bit less oil. So they'll be out in 10 minutes, and then we can finish our zinger, not zinger tower burgers, but the best we can do while those places are shut. So everything's had time now to cook off. We've got our pané chicken, salsa, Rostis are in the oven. I've prepared our buns with, I actually used our leftover tartare sauce. It's like mayonnaise with pickled cucumbers and capers, etc. So that'd be even better. A bit of grated cheese. Going to take our crunchy, crispy chicken, pop that on there. Another piece over here. We've got, I made extra because we're just going to eat the chicken. And then our Rostis. Nice crispy Rosti on there. Another crispy Rosti. And spicy tomato salsa. Nice, man. I love a bit of spicy salsa. Pop that on there. All that's left to do, put your tops on, and as we say in France, voila. Bon appetit. So we're taste testing. Here we have the koji marinated chicken breast. Here we have the brine marinated chicken breast. And I can tell you that the koji marinated chicken breast is a clear winner. We're going to be doing a few more koji marinades as we go along. But it's just too succulent, too tasty. Way ahead.